Here, hold this. Aim it toward me.
Oh.
So did the grow. They started to.
You want to drink some, bro?
Hey guys. This is what we're working with today. We got Jessie. Bella sporting the Scooby-Doo thing in case she drowns. She's safe. She's safe in this pool. And I'm ready to jump in, guys. Pray for me. I'm not a very good swimmer. Here we go. Oh, that's cold. Oh. Oh.
She's coming to your rescue.
Save me. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Ah. That's cool. Yeah. This might have been better earlier in the day when it was warmer. Gosh. Thank you guys for joining. Hey, oh yeah, we got water. You stay hydrated. Thank you. I'm gonna put that outside so that doesn't drown. It's right there. All right, I'm in, guys. Thank you for all the posts that you guys sent our way. It's let me get deeper in. Yeah, this is good. All right, guys. I'll try not to drown. Oh, now I can see the screen better. Look, it looks like on my head it looks like there's beams coming out. Beams. It's the electric poles. It looks like they're like.
I thought you said beans.
It's pretty funny.
Not beans.
So we got just here's here's Bella. All right, well guys, welcome everybody. Antennas. It does look like antennas.
Are you on yours or are you on CSM's?
I'm on CSM, of course. I sure hope so. That would be sad. Okay, so I'm gonna pin a comment. So if you have questions, please add them in Q&A tab. Anything goes. So what I'm gonna do, that comment's gonna be pinned there. So if you have any questions, we're gonna do a Q&A. It's gonna be pretty chill today. We're all just chilling out in the pool, you know, nothing too big going on. So if you have any questions, send it our way. I'm gonna figure out now how to bring Noah in here. And here we go.
Oh, what is up?
Hey, there he is. There's the man.
Oh, dude, I'm not ready.
You're in?
It's so cold. Dude, there's an ant on here. I'm gonna die. Get out of here. Hold on. Can't have that. Oh my gosh. Go back to your habitat. All right. I'm fixing to get in.
Uh-oh, everybody watch.
Is it smarter? So I have a little bit of a slant. Is it smarter? Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go this way. All right, here we go. I'm gonna go full face action so you can see my reaction. All right, here we go.
Do it.
Oh my gosh, dude. Dude, I can't.
How cold is that?
Dude, it's freezing. Oh my God. Oh, dude, it's so cold. I'm gonna shiver the whole night. Oh my God.
Like the ice bucket challenge.
This is literally the new ice bucket challenge. I should have cannonballed. Oh my gosh, dude. I'm prepared. I got my hat. The sun's just blazing out. It's so hot. I got, oh, it's doubling. You have Jesse on as the live stream too?
Yeah.
Okay, I can hear myself.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
No,
I can hear.
she doesn't. She can't. Yeah, she's not on.
It might just be how loud you have me on your phone.
Oh.
Your speakers might just be blazing.
Here, I'll put it down a little bit.
No diving below 4 feet. I'm definitely below 4 feet. I'm about at 4 inches. Can I flip the camera? Check it. What? She said no, thank you.
She's like trying to lay down, but the vest is on her. So
This is so
she's
cool.
like,
All right, I gotta get in a chill position because we're gonna be here a minute. Oh my gosh, dude, I can't lay down. It's so cold. I can't.
just go for it, man. Go
Dude.
for it.
I mean, dude, I don't. It was. I thought it'd be harder to sit, but like my back it's way harder. This is just no fun. All right, here we go.
Do it.
Oh my god, dude, it's so cold. I used to take ice baths. How is this? This is terrible. Oh
It
my
feels good,
god.
man.
All right, let's just go through that. Let's just go through everything so we can be done quicker. I should have done what everybody else did. Made a nice warm bath. Maybe put a TV in there. Put some nice sunny things.
Sweet. So we got Noah and I. We just kind of planned. We're just gonna do a Q&A session. Talk about some stuff. So Noah's gonna kick it off with a question. What you got, man?
Yeah, pretty laid back. I got some questions that have some discussion within them. Can you turn me down just a little bit on your phone? I don't know if everybody else can hear the echo.
No, they can't. It's just
They
you.
can't? Okay.
Mm-mm.
All right, cool. All right, so first question. You're a Harry Potter fan. I know that.
Yep.
So the question is if people could do magic, if magic was real, like if the wizarding world of Harry Potter was real, but there wasn't any Hogwarts or any of like the wizarding world, do you think that doing magic should be illegal?
Doing magic, should it be illegal?
Just doing magic in general.
In general? Is
Yeah,
that
like you're a wizard.
Like what you could do with it?
Yeah, like just like gun regulations. Oh, it's so cold. I can't lay down. We're sitting. I'll go crisscross applesauce. I can't lay down. I'm literally frozen.
That's what I'm doing too.
Oh, dude, my back's soaked. Can you see it?
Yeah, me too, bro. Me too.
So what you think? You think it should be legal?
I guess according to like what if it could be used for dark things, then I guess I would say no. Like I mean I think you should ban it.
I mean, if there's like let's say there's an unspoken rule.
Okay.
Like no Avada Kedavra, none of the instant
killing
kill
spells.
Yeah. Like none of that. Like there's an unspoken rule. But like it's the same thing with guns. You don't just go around killing people, but they're legal. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So I would say yes, but I also, if I wasn't a wizard, I'd probably say no because it would freak me out.
Yeah, because it'd be tempting not to use it, tempting not to use it. Yeah, because it'd be awesome to be able to like just, I don't know, turn things and things you want and travel places really quickly. I mean, that would be huge.
I know. Like, what is it? Diagon Alley when they go inside the fireplace?
Apparate. Jesse's correcting me with all my terms. She's the real Harry Potter fan.
Oh gosh.
Legit.
What does she think?
What do you think?
No.
No.
What do you think? Should there be magic if it were real?
Yes.
Why? I don't know. That's it.
I mean, like, there's got to be more. Like, what do you mean if there was magic?
Like, if there was magic in the real world, do you think it should be legal? Like how guns are legal to use?
Yeah.
Like, does everyone have the ability, or is it just
No,
everybody?
just some.
Just some. Yeah. So like Harry Potter, like there's some people.
But you can't
We're going too deep. We're going too deep. We're talking.
Snake got out. Like he didn't know.
We're talking Lumos. We're talking.
Just like basic.
Yeah, like what is
She
it?
says sure. That's
What
her
is-
response.
It's Leviosa, not what is the first part of that?
Leviosa. What is the first part?
Wingardium Leviosa.
Wingardium. Is it Wingardium or Wingardium? Wingardium Leviosa. Yeah.
Gotcha. Second question. Let's think if I can just think. Okay, I have one. All right. Do you think trees and bushes are different, or do you think
trees and bushes are?
Do you think a bush is just a small tree?
Yeah, I think they're different because they kind of grow out horizontally than vertically. That's my thought. So they're different.
That's a fat joke. That's not cool.
And they're height challenged. What'd you say, dad joke?
That's a fat joke.
Oh.
Making fun of fat people. Wow.
Oh man, my bad.
Saying they're segregated from the trees because they're fat.
Hannah said, "Let's do some science here."
Some science? What are we talking about? Hannah, I'm confused.
I'm confused.
Let's do some science here. A tree is a tall bush. Yes, thank you, Carly. I love that even more. That's my new stance.
Really? A tree is a tall bush? I've never thought of it like that.
Do you have a good view? I have a good view here. Look at all these trees.
Oh, I got a good view too. Look at all those bushes. They got roses and stuff and flowers. It's great.
Oh man, what is this? I can have filters? No way.
A bush is
right here all day.
Gavin said a bush is a fat short tree. Oh, you got filters on?
I'm being a dog the rest of the time.
You're gonna be a dog. All right.
None of my points are gonna come across.
How about this one?
What is happening? You and Tron?
Oh, how about that?
Oh, nice. Dude, how is this water not warm yet? I'm trying to get comfortable.
Oh no, let's not do that one.
What happened?
Okay, so wait. Okay, let's look at. Okay, so Carly asked, "Is a hot dog a sandwich?"
For sure.
For sure.
It's. I mean, if you're not gonna call a hot dog a sandwich, then your little Firehouse sub or Subway sub is not considered a sandwich because it's just one piece of bread cut somewhat in half. Like it's not fully in half, so it's definitely a sandwich.
I could see that. Yeah, I kind of feel like Jesse. Like it's more like a taco to me.
A taco?
Yeah.
No, sir. Tacos have tortillas. That is a separate being.
It's like a bread taco with the sausage.
A bread taco? That's the best way I can explain it. That's that poor life. You be making tacos with loaf bread.
Yeah. I didn't want it to taste horrible, but okay.
I got two totally different. Hannah, fiance. Come on now. They're not different.
Okay, you ready for my question?
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay, so if there are only male and female versions of you all over the earth, what would you think about that?
What the heck, James?
if there were only you, male and female versions of you all over in the world, and that was all that was the population of the world, how would you feel about that?
That would be terrible. I hate hanging out with myself anyway. Let alone I would have to marry myself as a female, so that's super weird. Because I'm a hairy dude.
Yeah, I'm a hairy dude. I would assume the female version would be less hairy.
I mean, you would assume, but I mean,
you don't know. You can never say.
What the heck? That yeah, no, I would not feel good about it for sure.
Yeah, Hannah said you would miss her.
I would for sure.
True that.
I'm very blessed to have someone who is not me as my fiance.
That's true. That's funny.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so what we got? What was the other question we got for
What?
our main subject? What we got?
Okay, so James and I just wanted it to be laid back, kind of like almost like a podcast kind of feel. You just come and get in your pool, you chill out. So we had some fun questions and we got the Q&A going on, but we have a main topic that we're just going to kind of discuss and see what we think about. And I think it's kind of it'll stick with some people. It'll keep you interested. It's definitely something that's big in my life with Christian hip hop and just that form of music. But we're going to talk about Kanye. I don't know what thoughts James has on him. There's a bird in my backyard now. But yeah, I think we're just going to start with thinking our thoughts on Kanye, maybe his story, his newly found repentance and giving his life to the Lord. So yeah, what's your thoughts? How do you want to start? I'm going to start this conversation how you start. So I'm going to gauge it off of that.
All right. So I think I followed his story pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
And the background of his story pretty much goes that he's been going to church, I think in California, and instead of like going to like those huge mega churches, he would just kind of walk into like a small Baptist church or something like that. And he would kind of walk in at the back and he would just kind of sit there and just kind of listen to the preaching. So that's what he did. And he would do that for weeks and weeks and weeks. And one day, the pastor, I forgot his name, but he invited anybody who would want to talk afterward to come up, and so Kanye waited until everybody left, and he went up to the pastor, and then he just asked him what he meant about the gospel, and really asked him questions, and the story goes that after that, he really truly had a conversion experience, so much so that it's real. That after the fact, this pastor, he would still fly out every single week to be disciple.
Yeah, I'd heard about that.
Yeah, to disciple him, and so that's kind of the biggest thing that I was like, wow, that's really cool. And I kind of heard the pastor that's been pouring into him. I've heard him preach and stuff like that, and he's solid. So I'll start off with that.
Okay. Yeah, I knew all that. Shoot, man. Did you hear that? How? That bird literally just exploded and ran off. That was crazy. That was insane. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the second I heard it, I was like, heck yeah, that's awesome. Because, like, this man because I love hip hop. I love, or I used to love secular rap. And I still do. I'll listen to it if like Chance the Rapper gives out clean versions of his album, so I'll still listen to it.
Right.
Same with Justin Bieber, his whole album, little bit not good, but clean. So I would listen to it just to see where his heart is. But me growing up listening to this music that kind of tore down my theology and my thoughts and kind of pushed me off the wrong track. I heard this Christian hip hop and Lecrae and 1K Few and Andy Mineo and all them. They kind of started getting in the limelight and making great music. I heard them and I was like, okay, awesome. I have rap that's also sounds good, but it's also going to build me up and build my relationship with Christ. And so I heard Kanye saying he was making an album called Jesus is King. And I first heard it and I was like, oh, okay, he's just making an album that's going to have some like gospel tones, kind of like what Chance the Rapper did in a song a while back. But I heard that and I was like, okay, cool. This is dope. I'm excited to listen because I listened to Kanye when I was younger and I was excited to hear what he had. And so, but I did notice a huge, even from my family and people around me and in the church and my friends, I heard a huge just backlash about it of just like, is this actually true? Is he actually giving his life to Christ? Should I listen to him because of his past? And I kept hearing all that and I was like, one, you're not the judge.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah. Thoughts?
Yeah. So a lot of people, yeah, we were listening to a podcast that Noah sent me, and it just kind of talked a lot about how as Christians we're really ones to judge quickly, especially to people who are in the limelight.
For sure.
And I mean, it's warranted because there are a lot of famous people who use Jesus's name to their advantage for political gain, for fame, to get a certain group of people on their side. And yeah, that's true. But I kind of want to be known as Christians that are one to want to really be for people who are quick to make that decision, that rejoice, and how negatively it impacts people in the limelight when Christians are the ones who are the most vocal about them making those decisions.
Yeah. Well, I
And
mean,
so
you hear
that,
a song
yeah,
on his album that says, I can't remember which song it is, but he says, what are all the Christians saying? And he says, they'll be the first one to judge me, make me feel like nobody loved me. And that just
yeah,
like,
that's
I
right.
heard that and I was like, dang, that really, because I've heard so many people, they hate the Christian past of like past Christians and their actions and how it's affected the culture of Christianity.
Yeah.
And so I hear a lot more Christians professing that they are Christ followers rather than Christians because they hate the association that comes with all the past of all that. So I hate that that's true. I mean, it's a tough thing to think of. And I heard that song and I was like, dang, I wish I was with Kanye just because he's a cool dude. But
Yeah.
I wish I was there to tell him, like, man, I love you. I'm not like that. I hate how the past actions of a Christian that might just be very judgmental, which this as a Christian is that love has to be at the center of everything.
Yep, that's
everything that you are doing, whether you are trying to tell someone the right way to live, like according to the word, you do it in a loving way. Telling someone that they're wrong, you do it in a loving way. It all comes from love.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing is, especially with people who are in the limelight that have a lot of fame and popularity already, I think we as just like everyday Christians, we can't really be the ones that are being vocal because it's going to be perceived negatively in the public eye, and for that famous person especially. So same thing with even like politics with like Trump, without really getting really deep in all that. I mean, the only thing I know I'm 100% responsible for is to pray for our leaders, and so not that, Kanye is a leader, but he is in a sense because he has a lot of influence, and so
there's a lot of people looking at him.
Yep, that's right. And so just praying for him and praying that, there are people that he's connected with that are involved in his life that can speak truth and love and not be taken in a bad way for him, where he can receive it and change. So yeah, and that's the thing. And with that whole thing too, is that because he's famous, he's gonna be looked at under a microscope for everything that he does bad, every mistake he makes. Whereas we're everyday Christians making mistakes like that every day, but nobody knows.
Yeah.
So
that's very true, man. It's such a culture change that needs to happen, because like I've had plenty of political conversations where you're supposed to like take this side, and you just have that influence of the past of Christianity and how people use it for political gain.
Yep.
Talking about like Republicans versus Democrat, and how, which they talked about this in the podcast we listened to, is that really as a Christian, I don't feel comfortable labeling myself Republican or Democrat.
Sure.
And it's also a tough thing in voting. It's like, who the heck do I vote for? Because you pray. It says in the where is it? I think it's in Psalms, where it says that we're supposed to pray that our leader will be a Christian leader, or someone who's Christ led. Can't remember the exact reference, and I can't look it up either because we're on here. But
yeah.
It's all coming from the brain here, no Google.
That's right.
But it's such a tough thing, like, because I didn't vote in Trump's election because I was like, I don't know who to vote for, and I don't think that's good either. I definitely think that as a Christian, we should speak out and should vote. So
yeah,
do as I say, not as I do, or as I
Yep.
did.
Yep.
But that's just something to think about, especially seniors and stuff that are turning 18, that are going to be have more of a say in political stuff like this, of who comes in power, who's running over your county and your schools and stuff like that. That I don't know where I was going with that, how that relates to Kanye, but it's there. It's out there.
Yeah. Just that responsibility in general.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and I just think with related to Kanye, we just want to be known for what we're for than what we're against, and we're for people who make decisions. We're for people who profess Christ, whether their life reflects it or not, and there's plenty of scripture just talking about, about other people like the magician or other people that have been, following Christ, but it looked kind of not the way that the apostles wanted. But they said, if it's truly of God, then you can't stop it. But if it isn't of God, then it's going to end, And so,
it talks all the time about baby faith and how that faith is the strong faith, because it's just like, or childlike faith. Like,
yep.
you know what I mean? And so many times we look at things so like spiritually, and it has to be the right way, and it has to be my way, or it's not going to be right. And it ends up making us known more for our views rather than for how loving we are.
Right.
Like, I want to be known, and I want to be set when God looks down at me and says, and as I'm working towards him saying, well done, my good and faithful servant, I want to be known for how loving I was, and how much I made eye contact with somebody, and how much I was engaged in what they were talking to me about, just because I want to be caring for people. And I think that's something as Christians we should strive for. And in this Kanye situation, I think that it really did put a damper on like a lot of the Christian culture, because so many people were so judgmental towards that whole situation.
Right.
And that's so tough to hear, because I hate how, I mean, it's kind of like this Corona thing where it's like, you can do your best job to stay inside, but everyone else can still screw it up and spread the and so it's kind of like, I saw Emery post something a while ago. It's like when those two kids in the back of the classroom won't shut up and keep you from going to recess for 10 minutes, and how someone else's actions affect ours. But it's also a huge tribute to God's power, because God doesn't need our help to get his job done.
Yep.
He wants us to help, but it's going to, like, his plan, his purpose, it's going to happen.
Right.
So he wants us to choose to help and be led by his spirit and walk in the right way, but it doesn't have to be you. Like, God can find someone else, and that's a tough truth to hear. And you want to be the one that's used, definitely.
That's right. But yeah, and something I've seen just with Kanye's life, especially too, that was really, really like life changing for me about like my perception about him was when, I mean, this was a while back, but was when Kim, she had a really, really tight dress that she wanted to wear for some gala, and so there was a video that was recorded of him confronting Kim and saying, hey, like, I don't want you to wear that dress because you're my wife and I want you to be pure for me, and I was like, what? Like, that's, because before that it would have been like, flaunt your figure, do whatever you can, sell yourself, sell your body, do whatever you can to make money and make yourself famous. But he was like calling her out.
I think that's a testament to what he's struggled with, because he's talked about what his lustful struggles and stuff like that in a bunch of interviews. And so, I mean, people in the limelight, or why I love when I see someone being modest so much, is because, and they're striving for that, is because it helps all the guys out there.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah. Well, yeah, so I mean, that's pretty much, our thoughts about it, and I think, we're very supportive, and our prayer I would, know you'd probably agree is that we want, other artists and other people who are in the limelight in Hollywood who are willing to really just put their reputation on the line to profess Christ and push Christ's agenda. Yeah.
Yeah, so I grew up listening to Chance the Rapper's old mixtapes, and I think that would be middle school. And so, I mean, I've been, ever since I've come to a close relationship with Jesus, I've definitely, I mean, this is an encouragement to everyone listening, is that pray for the artists that you're listening to that you love.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And rejoice in the truth or in the little bits of baby faith that they're showing. So like when Chance the Rapper dropped his 3 album, and he had those first 2 songs that are just gospel orientations, and he just shared the gospel in them and talked about prayer and stuff like that. Like rejoice in that and pray and continually pray for them.
That's right.
Away either, because sometimes we'll completely just like, oh, they're cussing or they're saying something wrong. And we're like, no, I'm not listening to them ever again. They're completely out of my mind. When really your prayers could have the power to bring them to redemption and repentance. And
yeah, that's right.
Like our prayers really do have power, and sometimes it's hard to pray for big stars like that because you can't see the impact all the time. You don't know what happens behind the closed doors, but you just got to be faithful in that. I mean, your social or your circle of influence does not stop at the people you actually see. It's the people that you are coming in contact with through, maybe you love an actor, maybe you love Donald Trump. Like, pray for him, for real.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, you ready for my random question? My last random question, Noah.
All right.
Where is the most inappropriate, uncomfortable place that you've farted?
Do I really have to talk about it?
Yes, you do.
Is Hannah still on here? Man. She knows. Oh my gosh.
It's on the past, man. It's already been done.
It definitely was done. So, Hannah and I were dating for probably a month. You have to answer this too. You can't just like, you're not going scot-free.
Okay, all right.
I have to hear a story from
I got you.
But Hannah and I were dating for probably like a month. So like fresh. Like this wasn't, it might have been a little, like maybe 1 to 6 months, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
But I saw this video, or we were watching a video, and this guy put his feet like behind his head, like his legs behind his head. I was like, oh, bet I can do that. And they're like, no, you can't. Her mom and Hannah. And I was like, well, my spirit, I'm like, yeah, we're doing it. Yeah, there's Hannah. She said, oh, dear.
Oh, dear.
So I put my feet behind my head, and then there it went. Didn't mean for it to happen. It wasn't quiet. And I don't think her mom heard it. And then Hannah's dying laughing, and I'm just like, well, this is just great. I'm gonna head out. I'll see you later. It was nice knowing you. You were a great girlfriend, but I know this is the end. But I have seen God's grace through that. We are now engaged. God willing, we will get married. So
that's awesome, dude. That's hilarious.
Man. Also, I've noticed that James has an obsession with farts. Well, all right, here's your story. What you got? Most uncomfortable spot.
I
hope it's while you were preaching. I hope it.
Yeah, I don't remember like the exact thing, but I think kind of like in line with what you're talking about, just because it's the first thing that comes to mind is, man, when you're in a relationship, it's like the first question you ask is, when is it okay to fart in front of each other? You know?
Yeah, so I think it's generational too, because my parents were like, no, we didn't fart until my mom said that she accidentally farted on their honeymoon and like literally went in the bathroom and almost started crying. And I think it's a little bit okay now because I see relationships and the guy will jump on the girl and fart on her in our generation. So I think it's a little bit different now.
Yeah, but like for me though, I think while we were just dating, I was like, I'm never gonna fart. Like I'm not, you know. I mean, she might smell it every once in a while. She's like, did you just? I'm like, maybe, you know. But then I think there's been a couple of times where we'll be together and just me laughing hysterically, I'll fart, and then she'll just look at me like, no way, did you just really? And and I just be like devastated. I'm like, please don't focus on it, let it go. But you know,
Just move
now
on.
now that we're married, you know, she can't get out now, so it's just like all the time. But I will say there was a guy that kind of mentored me, a pastor, and he was kind of telling me the story with like him and his wife. Like he said that they're not allowed to fart in front of each other, like ever. And so like
They must
he
have got that
actually
from
has,
marriage counseling.
I know, dude. Like yeah, and so like he actually has to leave the room for
Oh
him to
no.
fart. Yeah,
No.
every time. Like, and she has to do that too. It's just like it's inappropriate. I'm like, what? It's natural, man. Natural. All
No,
natural.
that's not being comfortable. That is not being comfortable with your wife. You are at the point of marriage. You are now one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And
Jesse's correcting me. She's saying, it was her. Wait, is it his family? Yeah, it was the pastor's family, but his wife was trying to adhere to it, and she's just like, this is torture.
Well, I would never.
She called it spiritual bondage. I'm in bondage.
You gotta let those go. You're not letting Jesus go through.
Gotta accept all of me.
Oh man. Yeah, you are now one. When one farts, the other farts. It's together.
Oh yeah, dude. That's right.
No.
That's right.
Yeah, Hannah is ready for the farts to go. So
Tara said Jeff locks
the windows in the car.
Classic.
See,
dude.
I don't have the guts to do that. Hannah's a little spicy. She literally would resent me for a month.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. I can't do that sometimes.
Yeah, it's funny that you're talking about that because, like, I was a pitcher in baseball, and so like you're in the middle of the field, nobody can hear you. So like, you got to fart on the mound. You just go, man. Like it don't matter. Ain't nobody gonna know.
That's right.
Hey,
That's
there's
hilarious.
a cardinal in my yard.
And then we got two other questions. Hugo said, "When do you think we can have a real pool party?"
A real
as soon as
pool
Corona's
party?
over.
Yeah. When it's not Corona time anymore.
Yeah, true that. If any of you guys have a pool, let me know.
Hold on. I'm gonna let my dog just be a star for a minute. He's out and about. Come here. Hey, you want to get in the pool? Come here. No.
And then my friend Elias said, "Is a pothole a reverse mountain?"
No, it's a hole.
It's a hole.
Yeah, a mountain would have to have air under it, and so a pothole is just so you have like let's look at this Gatorade bottle. All right, so look, you see how that water on the top is like
right.
there's air above it, like there's something above it that makes it to where you could see if there's a mountain there.
Right.
If you have a mountain on the underside of that, you cannot see that. It's just more ground. You know what I mean?
That's right. Yeah.
So,
I feel you.
No, it's not a mountain. It's definitely just a hole.
Pothole. It's just a hole. I'm with you.
Yeah. No,
cool.
That's definitely not a reverse mountain. Is that all the questions we have?
Yeah.
That's
Jessica
it?
thought I was farting when she heard that. Ooh, yeah, if you move, that's when it gets cold, dude. Ooh.
Oh, yeah. My feet are like white because I just have my feet and then my butt.
Oh, my gosh. That's crazy. Okay, so Andrew just came right at the perfect time. We're about to sign off. He's like, hey.
Hey, bye.
Thanks for joining, man. But
any more last thoughts? I mean, we have, like, this isn't like we have to be done at 7:40. So, you know.
No, I don't have any thoughts. You got any thoughts?
Gatorade or Powerade?
Gatorade, all the way.
For sure.
For
now,
sure.
there is some flavors of Powerade I do enjoy. Lemon Powerade.
I don't think I've tried that one. I just go for the Gatorade.
Oh, it's literally lemonade.
Oh, nice.
Pickle's in here. What's up, Pickle?
Yeah, man.
Josh Pickle Simon.
Yeah. Michelle said Gatorade.
Good.
I'm with you. I
might have had she can't be a youth leader if you like Powerade more.
Prerequisite.
It's like one of those lines you can't cross. It's biblical. I mean.
That's right.
Which came first, the chicken or the egg? The chicken, because God created the chicken.
Exactly. Yeah. Amen.
Yeah, he didn't make an egg.
Amen.
Powerade, right. Gavin, no longer discipling you. I'm sorry. That is just not good. I mean, I could try and win you back to Christ after you've chosen Powerade, but it'd be tough. I would definitely be praying for you.
Tara asks, why do we park on a driveway and drive on a parkway? Why do we park on
I don't think Parkway is still used, so I don't even know what that is.
That's true. Must be a generational thing.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's a. Sorry, Tara. You might be a little old. Might be a little old if you're still saying Parkway. That's the
Parkway. What?
that's the thing.
Is
Yeah,
Gatorade made of Gators? No.
It's made by
not.
Gators.
Yeah, that's true.
Isn't it made because of Florida Gators? So
I guess I'll never be a youth pastor.
depends on the event for game.
Oh, Sarah
Powerade,
came in.
for
Look at that.
practice, Gatorade. Oh, the siblings are in.
Oh, the siblings.
Depends on the event for game Powerade, for practice Gatorade. Yeah, I can't. If I'm working hard, I can't drink Powerade or Gatorade. It's like you get that thickness in the throat, you can't handle it.
Oh yeah. Hugo said, "Why do feet smell but noses run?"
That's a good question.
That is true.
I mean,
my nose is running right now.
Whoever just made English is just dumb. I mean, honestly.
I'm with you on that one, man. The pollen is killing me today.
Really?
Yeah.
You just must have weak genes.
Yeah, dude. It's not in my genes for that one.
I'm pretty content with the pool. I might just chill out here and sleep out here. Be good.
Oh my god.
No.
Don't get sick now.
No. I might just contract corona from coldness.
Oh no. Okay, so I'm gonna go for announcement. So if you haven't signed up for camp, if it's still on, hopefully it is, but
it's on. It's in our bio.
Yes, that's right. It's in our bio. Click that, sign up, invite your friends. Hopefully, pray that it does.
It closes Sunday.
That's right. That's right.
So, I mean, Lord willing, we still get to have camp. You want to make sure that you're there.
That's right. That's right.
So don't let just because Corona's happening, all that you miss camp signups. So make sure that you sign up.
We got that, and Easter's on Sunday, so tune in for that. And then tomorrow we got our CSM Got Talent.
Yes.
So pretty much what that is we're gonna have you showcase your talent. So either you can pre-record it or you can tune in on Instagram and then show your talent live so you can get some FaceTime on our page or our profile. So it's going to be awesome. All you got to do is just invite yourself in and then you're live and you show your talent. So it's going to be awesome.
Let us see it. Oh, dude, I have to answer this. This is just crazy. Are there more even numbers or odd numbers? I guess that's what he means. Are there more even numbers or numbers?
What?
I'm guessing he means, are there more even numbers than odd numbers? To that question, I would say there's more odd numbers because it starts with a 1. No, 1 isn't 1 like unique or whatever? I don't even know. I would fail. Very smart.
And then Bryson's going into conspiracy theory stuff.
We'll be here all night.
No, yeah, I know. Thank you for your questions. We love you. But tomorrow we're going to do the talent show at 7. Tune in at 7. Invite your friends. Come on. Showcase your talent. It's going to be epic. We'll show you ours. I'll be practicing for mine. I don't know about Noah. I haven't asked him about it yet. But it's going to be epic. Tune in. It's going to be great. Thank you guys for joining. And Julia Kelly just joined in. Love you, Julia Kelly. I know you guys were watching the Grove stuff, so you can watch this replay later. But